No.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Anime Spotlight Podcast. This is the podcast where we're going to do a full episode that highlights an anime that we love. So today's episode will be on Dragon Ball. But before we get started, let's bring on our challengers for this martial arts preliminary. First in the roundup will be Saraichi.
Woo! Hello. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. The next one to be joining us in this arena will be Mystic Vegito 13.
Well, can I get something to eat before we fight?
Nope.
You already had
None.
enough bacon for today.
Never enough.
Take that back.
Linking.
And last, but certainly not least, the one who can give even Tao a run for his Zenny is Ninja 8.
Okay.
Righty. Thank you all for joining us on this wonderful podcast. Before we get into the topics to discuss, I do want to give a brief overview of the anime that we are going to discuss today. This will be actually the anime, there'll be manga aspects of it because the anime actually is really good with the manga. But I also want to mention that when I say Dragon Ball, I primarily mean the original series. Not Z, not GT, not Super, not whatever else is out there. This is Dragon Ball. The series that stars Goku and Bulma as they search for the 7 Dragon Balls. Goku does meet up with some foes who become friends, such as people like Yamcha, Krillin, Tenshinhan, as they push each other to get better and to get stronger. And the end of this particular series is when Piccolo Jr. fails to take his revenge on our main character, Goku, as he even grows up to be an adult. Something for the time that seemed unprecedented. We now get to start off with kids who become adults, and that's now a lot more normal than it used to be. So, as I was saying before, since we're going to be talking mostly about the anime of this, of Dragon Ball, there's also one thing that is also very precedent in the original Dragon Ball anime, and that is filler. So, I want to expand on the fact that filler, in this regard, is stuff that is in the anime that is not in the manga. So this is basically true for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and Super and GT didn't really have this, but they also have their own kind of filler.
Well, in all fairness, GT is all kind of filler since there is no
GT.
manga.
Don't you start on that.
So
It's canon. Leave it alone.
So I wanted to open up this discussion as, would you consider the Dragon Ball filler to be a good or bad thing in the anime? So to start off, I want to go my kind of aspect of this. Dragon Ball does have a lot of filler, and I do think that they utilize it very well, especially because Dragon Ball initially has a lot of basically time skips in between tournaments and in between things that happen. And Toei actually gives Goku things to do in between the tournaments and in between things that already were happening in the manga. And I personally think that Dragon Ball has some of the best use of filler because of that. We get more time with Goku, we get more time with like Krillin, Yamcha, Tenshinhan, and Bulma, as we actually get to see their chemistry get built. And a lot of that is built better in the anime than it was in the manga, in my opinion. So, going next onto my list, what would you say about the filler of Dragon Ball, Saraichi?
Well, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't do filler.
Oh, you skipped it all, huh?
I skip all the filler. I'm so sorry. I I don't know if it's my ADHD, my attention span. I'm not sure. It's like, oh well, if the mangaka, if he didn't want me to see it, or if he didn't think it, I don't want to know about it. And I know that's
Hey.
probably not the best way to handle things.
You even skipped the Chi filler?
But now that you talked about it, now I know. Boy, I don't know what to say. But now you're making me think like, oh well, okay. If they utilized it really well, maybe I should be watching it. Now I'm gonna have to Now I'm reconsidering my whole life. My whole life is a lie.
I would recommend it
Now I
personally.
want to watch the filler. Okay, well then, duly noted.
Alrighty. What are your thoughts on this, Mystic Vegito?
Well, I mean, it's Dragon Ball. If it's kind of in my name, but it's one of the few series that I don't skip the filler in.
Yeah.
They do it really well to a point where if you've never read the manga, you wouldn't know it's filler. You watch a different anime and you're like, yeah, this is clearly filler. What the hell just happened here? They were just here like 5 episodes ago. Now all of a sudden they're
Yes.
back?
Yeah.
But they do a great job with it. And like examples like Naruto when they do the 1 year time they did the whole year of filler after Sasuke left the village and all of a sudden Sasuke's back?
Oh.
Yeah,
But,
I don't
no,
like that.
Yeah.
I think Dragon Ball Dragon Ball really did it very well.
All right. I didn't know.
Alrighty. So
that.
Ninja, what are your thoughts on filler in Dragon Ball?
You see, they found a way to incorporate filler, and there are some minor nods to said filler episodes in later episodes that aren't filler, and later manga chapters. Like, they acknowledge that happened.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's always
Interesting.
fun when you have aspects of like filler that actually makes an impression on the mangaka who's making the manga.
That's cool.
Plus, didn't our late great sensei also take part in making the filler as well?
That is true. He does, like any of the
I
newer characters
believe
that
he had a-
showed
yeah,
up in
he
the
had a
filler,
foot.
he would design.
Oh, so then it's kind of semi-canon in a way, right?
Yeah,
According
I mean,
to him, all
he
of
was-
it is canon.
he was always fairly
Okay.
hands-on with those aspects of the series, the
Yeah.
anime and the manga.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I don't think it would be even half as big if he wasn't as on point and in there with the anime and manga
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I did find
Even
it funny.
even in later iterations like Super.
Oh, yeah, yep. Yeah, see, I do find it funny of just how much, like, when you look at, like, the development and how it got produced, and Toriyama's biggest thing is that he wanted someone else to do everything, and then when he'd look over what people were doing outside of him, he'd then want to actually go back in and actually work on it with them.
Yeah. He's like, no, this is
Yeah,
how you do it.
Like with when he was doing Super, didn't he just pass it out to somebody else and it's like, oh no, like this.
Yes.
like this is how you do it.
It's exactly what he did. He was too invested in his characters, and
He was.
I mean, kind of on a little tangent
that's
here,
great.
but with Toriyama, it was one of the great things about Dragon Ball is it was primarily a humor anime first. Like he
Yes.
came from stuff like Doctor Slump, which was just all gag humor pretty
Yeah.
much,
Yep.
and he incorporated a lot of that into Dragon Ball, and that like you could just watch and always feel like you're having a good time,
Yep.
even with filler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Dragon Ball is always
Oh,
one of
no,
the
no.
anime that I always want to have people start with because of that aspect, even though there are other aspects that you might not want to start for other reasons. Especially in the beginning where
Mhm.
things were a
The,
lot more
the
lewd,
the racial
so to
undertones?
speak. Well, I mean, there are some of those.
Oh, that part. Yeah. No, the the racial undertones, the
Pat, are you female?
Yep, the pat, definitely.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Dragon
that's
Quest turned that into a puff.
don't forget about
Pass.
don't forget about the no ball scene.
Yes.
What? No ball? The balls are
The balls are gone. No.
Oh yeah, that's I remember that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it can be very
The
lewd.
balls are gone.
Yeah.
It's funny. I like it.
It's cute. And
It is.
if you're watching it with your child, it's you can it's not as bad because for one, you're a child watching it. It's a kid.
Yeah.
It's innocent.
Yeah, they're not going to grasp the
He
yeah,
doesn't
the
do it for
undertones.
maliciousness or to like sexualize
Right.
anything. He does it
Unless
as
it's
Right.
Roshi.
unless
just
it's
silly.
Roshi, but that's because Roshi sexualizes everything.
Yeah. Yeah. He does.
Mr.
I mean,
I
Oolong
watch out
too.
workouts. Yeah, Oolong does too.
Yeah.
But he
Oh,
also
Oolong.
Oolong is the one though when he does actually get the one that he wants, he doesn't know what to do with. As we have his whole arc of where he wants to pick up
True.
all the women or the village, and what happens is they just turn into his maids, and he doesn't know what to do with the rest of them.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a lot of fun concepts and there's a lot of fun humor that happens with the series. But there's also one thing that I want to bring up that Dragon Ball also kind of was the beginning of in certain ways, and that is tropes. Dragon Ball either begins
Ooh.
certain tropes or it popularizes them so much that they now came from Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
So I want to go around and talk about like what trope do you think of most when it comes to Dragon Ball? So I'll start off, and the trope that I always think of when it comes to Dragon Ball that we do nowadays with a lot of anime is always making like the main protagonist somewhat dumb in most aspects, except for like 1 to 2 of them. Because Goku is a very socially inept individual, and he is very bad at picking up like social cues or understanding how technology works. But whenever a fight breaks out, he is a master. And he is able to like perfect almost
Yeah.
any technique he sees immediately because of just how good he is at basically making his body react or act the way that he wants it to go. And that's a trope that's very much now everywhere when it comes to battle shonen, is that it's always the main character has to be super dumb in so many things, but they are just really great when it comes to the one thing they're good at, which is usually fighting or an aspect of fighting.
Yeah.
All right.
You're right.
Is there any trope that you can think of, Soraichi, that has been popularized because of Dragon Ball?
I'm trying to think of like tropes in general, like because I read too many romance stories, so my tropes are a little different.
That's fair.
I'm trying to like reel it back in and remember. Well, I don't know. I was just talking with what's your name on here? Oh my gosh, Mystic. About
Mystic.
how yeah later anime like with the you have to do this thing and then you die or something. You know what I mean? Like that whole trope.
Yeah.
Like it's done later
Okay, here.
on.
Uh, if you want, I got 2. I'll give you 1. Big bad of the arc.
Yeah.
What?
The big
What did you
bad
say?
of the arc.
The big bad of the arc. I mean, that's
Yes.
King Piccolo. Isn't that Piccolo?
Yeah, your current arc. That's where you are currently, but in the first season, it's Pilaf.
Oh gosh.
Then it's the Red Ribbon Army.
Yep.
Then it's Piccolo. So every
Yeah.
season has a big bad, and Dragon Ball definitely does that.
Yep.
I feel like
Oh,
they
yeah.
popularized that one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Like I said, I have 2, so if I could use my other one.
Yeah, you can discuss your
Okay.
other one if you want. Yes.
Tournaments. Just tournaments.
Just
in
tournaments in general.
general.
That's
Like,
fair. Yeah.
Dragon Ball, I feel like definitely when I see a tournament, in anime, I immediately think Dragon Ball because they had 3 tournaments of Power 4?
Oh, in the World Martial Arts Tournament for Dragon Ball, yeah, they had
Oh yeah, I just don't see him
three.
in
The
anime.
21st, 22nd,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
23rd.
they had 3 tournaments.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
And then
I
they
just
had,
don't really
then
see
of
him.
course they had the one in the, yeah, but when I see tournaments, even with like Yu Yu Hakusho with with the Dark Tournament, I still thought Dragon Ball
Yeah. And then
because the
even
format
Yeah.
is so similar.
outside of the World Martial Arts Tournament, we have Baba's Tournament too in the Dragon Ball anime.
Oh
and
yeah.
manga. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So when I see a tournament in anime, I think Dragon Ball.
That is true. There's a lot of tournaments,
Yeah.
and they are always popular.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. Do you have a trope
Yes.
that you're thinking of, Ninja?
Yes, the knucklehead with the pervert for a teacher.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
that's
Yes.
fair.
That's true. Okay.
I think
You
it
can't tell me
that one, but
Goku
yeah, that's
wasn't
fair.
a knucklehead, and you can't tell me his master, Master Roshi, wasn't a pervert.
Oh my gosh, a big one.
I can think of another big one just in the current state, big 3, with Naruto and Jiraiya.
Sure.
Jiraiya, yep,
yep.
that's-
Yep.
Who I thought of immediately.
Even Naruto and Kakashi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
even at the beginning, yeah.
Oh, Kakashi
Yeah.
isn't that bad. Don't you do him dirty like that.
He's reading erotic novels in front of children.
Well, he's not reading it to them. He's you know what I
Roshi
mean?
did. Roshi did.
Okay, yeah, but I'm talking about Kakashi. You leave him alone.
Oh, I think they didn't do that in JJK though. I don't remember Gojo being much of a pervert.
Oh.
No, not at all.
I don't
like
think he
that's what I
is.
like. A lot of JJK, it broke a lot of barriers with
They-
things. I think.
Well, I
But
mean,
that's a
they
whole
didn't have
nother
that in Bleach
saga.
either.
No, yeah,
They didn't really have that in Bleach either,
Kisuke
though,
wasn't a
which, like-
pervert. I was gonna say Gojo is very inspired from Kisuke. It's just
Yeah.
Gojo they
Yeah.
prettied
Of
up.
course, Yoruichi wasn't a pervert, but she definitely liked to fluster people.
Oh yeah, she definitely liked to
Yeah.
make people known of her presence.
Yeah, she did the opposite of that
And
trope.
that's not.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Alrighty, before we move past, is any big tropes that you can think of that Dragon Ball popularized?
Training arcs.
Oh yeah, training arcs for sure. We get a lot of
Yeah,
training arcs in
you're right.
Dragon Ball. And that's another, like, that also goes back to, like, filler.
Screaming.
Some of the, like, training arcs were also added as filler, too. Like,
yeah,
in
like-
between the 22nd and 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, we don't get a whole lot of backstory for Krillin, Yamcha, Tenshin, Hunter, Goku. It's just kind of like time skips. But in the
Yeah, I was just
anime,
telling
they
Sarai about that
actually
one.
have training arcs to actually get stuff done before we actually move on to the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. So yeah,
I was just talking to Sarai about that
Another
earlier.
big one is screaming out your move names.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The power up noises.
Oh,
Not even
I
just
hear
that.
scre-
Solar flare! Oh, he started
Three-
saying solar. I'm gonna cover my eyes.
There are 3 anime I can think of off the top of my head that do that as well, like just as much. And
yeah.
honestly, I mean, I can name others, but there's Bleach, there's
Yeah.
Yu Yu Hakusho, and
I
One
haven't seen
Piece.
Oh, One Piece,
I haven't
yeah.
seen that either.
One
Naruto.
Piece is lousy
One
with it.
Piece
Naruto isn't as vocal about a lot of them.
Yeah, the funny thing
Like,
about, like,
I don't
Naruto is the one
Late-
who says his moves. The rest of the people
Yeah.
generally don't as much.
Yeah,
Sasuke
typically,
does.
well, anybody who's seen as somewhat of a main character does it, but the
Yeah.
villain, the flavor of the week in that anime, doesn't really say it as much.
Yeah.
So
Only
you
the
admit
big
that
moves.
Sakura shouldn't be a main character.
She doesn't have technique. She just
Sakura?
punches.
Well,
No,
yeah. She doesn't have technique. She has healing and punch.
she learned from the best.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't put that shame on Tsunade.
Man,
I
you're
mean,
rough.
Tsunade really only does heal and punch as well, but she does
Yeah.
it better.
She does do it
That-
better. Yeah.
She also does get slimy with a slug.
Well, Sakura's got that too.
Not as powerful.
It's the same summon.
Yeah, but she can't use it anywhere near as much as Tsunade does.
She can't use the full potential of the slug.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
tropes, and I know we could probably be here all day when it comes to trope talk, because honestly, there is so many anime
yeah.
tropes that came from Dragon Ball, and honestly, I don't think that tropes themselves are bad. It's generally how they get used. And I think Dragon Ball always did a
back
very
then-
good job with it.
Back then, they weren't really tropes.
Yeah, exactly.
They set the precedent. tropes.
They began the trope. No,
Yeah.
It's a trope for a reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Z then also has a bunch of tropes, but we won't talk about that.
Not yet. We will
Z
eventually.
is much more of the.
Yes, all of the loud screams of power-ups.
5 minutes to change a light bulb.
Yes.
Yes.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. 20 years later.
Yeah, so one of my favorite reasons, at least, why I love Dragon Ball is growth and self-improvement. Goku begins this series, who is very social, inept, spatially inept, just inept in technology. Everything he's just inept in except for fighting. But
He's a pumpkin.
yeah, by the end of like the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, that like the end of Dragon Ball kind of precedents, we do get to see a lot of growth in that area, where Goku is able to not only understand like how gods work, but he's also pick out god energy, like when Kami is in the body of Shen. He's able to also be very good at detailing people's powers and seeing their strength, and he utilizes that by actually. This is where we get to see Goku almost start doing his whole pulling his punches so that he can see how strong his friends are. And we get to see that because he understands his friends and he understands the social cues that they have of they don't want to just be instantly just ragdolled because Goku is so much more powerful than them in this tournament. So he actually works on
Yeah.
their level, and he does that for his friends because he likes to see how powerful they are, and he does that by helping them grow and help them do that in this tournament. And even though we get to see so much of his growth, that's when
He
we also
definitely enjoys seeing it.
yeah. He does like his friends. He does like having like to see their improvement as well, and that's also where we get to like see that even though he has improved a lot on social cues, we also get to see that not all of them are improved, because then we get to see like Chi-Chi in the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, where he has to
Yeah.
figure out what marriage is really quick. So,
Yeah.
Oh.
That was great.
Can I say my example of growth though?
sure.
What do you mean?
It has to do with the Chi-Chi part. That's why I wanted to say it.
Okay.
'Cause it is one of my. They may not be my favorite characters in the whole series or anything near, but I mean in Dragon Ball in general, like all of Dragon Ball, it's definitely not those two. But
yeah.
that line in Dragon Ball is my favorite line when Goku just goes up to Chi-Chi and it's like, when I was younger, I thought marriage was just food. Sometimes my brain doesn't know what my stomach is saying, but at least my heart does. Chi-Chi, will you
Yeah.
marry me? And that
It
is
was
just,
so cute.
It is such a good line.
and
really
it is a great. It is just, it shows his emotional growth.
Yeah. We see so much growth in Goku, and this is that is such a good line, and I love that we
And
see
it-
that.
It's so
Mhm.
stagnant after that, though. Honestly,
Yeah, at
after,
least
after
between
Dragon Ball,
Goku
his
and
growth is
Chi-Chi.
stagnant.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
I would say in general, but yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so Dragon Ball is, yes, the ultimate series about self-improvement and growth. Because every single arc is Goku training himself to be better than he was before. And that is mainly because of, like, well, I'll get into the why later, because that's actually a point that I want to bring up on. But
Ooh,
it is the
how
ultimate
exciting.
self-improvement series, because we get to see Goku go from growth to growth, through growth, till the end of Dragon Ball. And yeah, when
Yes.
we get to like Z, GT Super, a lot of his growth is just power-ups, but it's so much
It's still
nicer to
growth.
me in Dragon Ball to see,
That's why I say it's stagnant.
yeah, where Goku gets to
Yeah.
be much more intelligent in how he grows and much more socially adept in how he does things. But overall, it's because of
Yeah.
that makes me love this anime so much. I may not always be the best personally with like physical fitness or even with like mental or spiritual stuff, but it helps me to want to improve on that and to make myself have better routines and to, as Master Roshi
Yes.
would say, work hard, play hard, but get plenty of rest.
Yes.
Yes.
Work hard, play hard, sleep hard.
Yes.
Amen.
So that brings us to now the question of what is it that you like or dislike so much about Dragon Ball, the original one?
Okay. Or is it to me?
Yep, that's to you, Sarai.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't going to cut anybody else off. I think what I really like about it, I feel like I'm going on a great adventure. With Z and everything, it's just fight, fight, fight after fight. But with Dragon Ball Original, it's like you're starting and growing with him. You feel like you're a part of the whole thing. Feel like you're like Goku.
Yeah.
And I like how Dragon Ball, the original, it makes me think of characters differently throughout all, like it changes my perspective on things. Like, when you first see TN, you're like, oh, I hate this guy. And you end up like liking him. And I don't know, the whole world just feels like home
Yeah.
to me. I like that a lot. And I like how Dragon Ball, it gave the option of like, if somebody dies, you can bring them back. I love that about it.
Yeah.
That makes me very happy. Those are the things I really love about it.
I do love that you talk about it as an adventure because I think Dragon Ball also is like the improvement for Toriyama moving from Dr. Slump to this, because it was an adventure
Mm,
as he was also like still trying to have a lot of the comedic stuff with trying to also navigate a battle shonen,
yes.
and you get
Yeah.
to see
You
his
can see his
strengths.
style change.
Yeah, you get to see it
Yeah.
change, and it honestly changes in such a really like transitive way that it makes sense to the story, but also just you get to see the growth of Toriyama as a writer and as a mangaka, and it's just
Yes.
this is one of those series that did push him a lot in how he wrote and how he did stuff, because he was probably just going to be fine just making nothing but gag comics his entire life and it would have been fine, but
Right.
making
Right.
arcs,
You really
making the
stepped up.
story that it did, it pushed it a lot.
Yes. Completely agree. Exactly.
Alrighty. So Mystic Vegeta, what would you say is the reason, or what is either the biggest or the reason you like or dislike this series in particular?
Well, seeing as Sarai stole my answer we literally discussed before we started recording, it
It's my
is
answer.
it is very the same. I feel like I'm on a journey. I'm on an adventure. I feel the laughs of the characters. I feel the tears, their sorrows. I get to see them grow and improve, and it
Mhm.
just, like you said, Scott, it makes you want to do better.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
fitness, eating, spirituality, words are hard.
Yes, they are.
All of that. It's just seeing Goku improve from a bumpkin to slightly less a bumpkin.
Yeah.
Slightly less. Just slightly less.
Chi going from being just super shy but extremely volatile to being outgoing but extremely volatile. Yamcha going from being Yamcha going from being a bandit who is terrified of women to being so outgoing and confident in
Yeah.
himself. Bulma going from I need a man to I don't need a man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
girl.
eventually she does get her man, and she still does gush over guys even in Z until she gets her man.
Yeah.
But she gets there.
Yeah.
Krillin going from that coward, which he
Yep.
honestly he stays, but you get to see his intelligence of all the characters. Krillin is definitely one of the most intelligent of Goku's friends.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you don't really see it shine as much as you do in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
How sly he can be, like using, like, like he knew Master Roshi was a pervert. So what
Yeah.
does he do to get his training done? He brings some girly mags.
Yeah, he's like, yeah,
he
no
is someone
fool.
who reads
And
people extremely well and uses it to his advantage. No?
Yes,
Yes.
and you get to see how that develops in him
Mhm.
to the point where when we get to Z, he gets a wife and a family.
Yeah.
Yay.
And if I could talk about that for a second, honestly, he's the best father in all of Z.
Yeah.
I
He's
agree
the
with
best
you on
father,
that.
he's the best husband, and you get to see him going from a childish pervert to becoming an honorable family man.
Yep.
And Tien, you get to see him from going from a mercenary who just wants to kill Goku because he defeated his idol
Mhm.
to being one of Goku's closest friends. Even willing to sacrifice his own life, lay down his own life to save the world.
Yep.
And they just do that so well in that series, and it really shines through.
It does. I would 100% agree with that. There's so many just moments that make you cry in this series. Because just
Yeah.
how strong that you feel with these characters and how much they have to go through to get to where they get
Oh.
to.
I remembered
Yes.
one more.
Yeah.
Yajirobe going from a being by himself loner samurai
A little mountain
to
man.
having to being to having his gay cat lover.
Oh my lord.
If you want to tell me that's all platonic, that's fine. But
They were
there's something
roommates.
going
Come
on with
on.
those two. They were not
roommates.
roommates.
They
You-
just
you
share
don't
a
spend
bed and
30
a
years-
bathroom.
You don't spend 30 years living with another male in a single room apartment and not at least fool around a little bit.
I don't know. Maybe I could.
He barely ever left. He barely ever left that tower.
Yeah. He
Us
only
see
did when
how
he
much
had
happier
to.
he was after.
Yeah, exactly. He's a move. I mean, it could have also been the sensu beans. So those things like,
Yeah, he
so I
really
just
wanted
learned
to.
today that those. So I just learned today that those things actually fill you up.
Yeah.
The one sensu
Yeah, like
beans
I
like a
didn't know
meal.
that was the original reason
Yeah.
for them. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I thought they were originally made to heal you. Like that's it. It wasn't like a food related thing.
It's
Even though it
meant
says beans
to
in the name, I
feed
didn't
you for
realize.
3 days with a single bean.
Dang.
Which, if only that was a thing you could have nowadays. No.
Yeah, that'd be
Unless
great.
you're Yajirobe,
Yeah.
unless you're
wanted to
Yajirobe,
heal.
then you need about 10 for a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, he must have like 8 stomachs or something. No.
Seriously.
Alrighty.
Who do you
Nin-
think's hungrier? Like, who do you think eats more, Goku or Yajirobe?
Goku.
Sorry, I'm going off
Uh,
topic.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
Goku.
Goku. I think they have a.
Goku.
I think they have a. They even have an eat off at some point. I believe.
Yeah, I think
Oh
you're right.
wow.
Yep.
Okay, that's
It's
funny.
Goku.
And Goku ate like 8
Yeah, I
times
figured
more
it was-
than him.
Yep.
That's part of the same anatomy, though.
Hmm.
Vegeta's just as bad. So's Gohan. He's just more polite about it.
Yeah, he is just very polite. Alrighty, going back
That's a
to
boy.
the topic, what would you say is
Sorry.
one of the biggest reasons you like or dislike this series, Ninja?
I would have to say I really like the fact that they have dinosaurs.
Yeah, dinosaurs.
That is a good poll. It's a very vibrant world full of a lot of different creatures and animal creatures and man-animal creatures and dinosaurs and robots.
Yeah.
Am-
And dinosaur people.
Anthropomorphic.
Dinosaur people.
Yes.
Yep. They got all
Anthropomorphic
kinds.
people.
Yeah.
The dog's the dog is the king of the world.
Yep.
I'm
The bunny is
king
the
of
mob
world.
boss.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
You know he only did that so he could do he only did that so he could do a Playboy Bunny joke. You know that, right?
Yeah.
No, never. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to love Dragon Ball. And one of the big polls for this series, and in later series as well, is the fights. There are a lot of fighting in this. There are serious fights, there's
This is the part
comedic
I've been waiting for.
fights. There are fights where
Yeah.
people pull their punches so they can test their opponent before they then show them up. And so, yes, this is obviously one of the biggest questions that if you are going to talk about Dragon Ball, you have to talk about the fights. So,
Mhm.
we're going to go talk about what is your favorite fight in the series, and I will start. And this is kind of what I was alluding to in the last topic, but I really love the Jackie-chan and Goku fight from the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. There is a lot that happens in this fight, and there is a lot that we get to see of both Jackie-chan and Goku, and we get to see them going all out in this brawl, which is something we don't get to see Roshi do a lot.
Yeah.
Because Roshi generally always has the answer to the fight, or he's not there to deal with the fight. So being able to see Jackie-chan Roshi as Jackie-chan fighting Goku to like the ultimate of his limits of pulling out all these ridiculous abilities and stuff that we also never see him pull any afterwards.
Yeah.
But we get to see a
Exactly.
great showdown of these two. And this is the fight that changes everything for Goku. Goku, before this point, basically would always overpower his opponent and just not really have to care too much. This is the one where Jackie-chan pushed Goku to the limits of his strength, his abilities, his intelligence as a fighter. And then Goku had to realize is that he lost the fight, even if most of the reason he lost was because of his size, but he still lost the fight. And it was the first time Goku really had a significant loss when it came to a fight. That wasn't the reason being he was hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's this fight that sets Goku in his mindset of there's always someone who's going to be stronger than you. So you always have to overcome your own limits. And it is this fight
Yeah.
that sets that mindset in him. And that's also the reason why Roshi did this, is because he knew that if Goku showed up as is and won the tournament, he was going to continue to just breeze through life, essentially. Because, again, Goku basically, anytime he had a big fight, all of the reasons he would lose was because of a comedic thing. He didn't actually lose
Yeah.
because he was too weak. It's always because he's either he was too hungry, or he doesn't have enough range, or this or that.
Oh yeah, like or if he hit the car too before Tien did, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah. So it's always just, this is the fight that sets Goku up to basically want to improve himself, to actually focus on training, to actually improve, for the knowledge that there is going to be someone stronger than you, and you are going to have to
Yeah.
fight for that day. And I love that this is the fight that does it because of how dynamic it is. Because there's so many things that happens, and this is also when Roshi gets to see Goku turn into a monkey for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And he is so caught off guard. It's also the first time the moon gets destroyed in the series. Which is also
Yeah.
Yeah, we get to see a lot of just like first time moments in this. We get to see a Kamehameha versus Kamehameha beam struggle for like the first time. We get to see a bunch of different like telekinetic abilities that Roshi somehow knows that Goku.
Doesn't he like freeze him in place?
Yes. He freezes him in place and then he uses it to like do like a giant like telekinesis like light beam on him for like a dastardly like explosion of light, which is again something we never see him ever do again, but
Yeah.
Roshi just
But
has
he
a
can do
very
it.
big moveset in this fight. And it's
To be fair, he
Yeah.
shows a big move set in Super as well.
he does, that's true. We get to see a whole other moveset with Roshi and Super when it comes to the Tournament of Power, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But this is the fight that basically sets everything in motion for the series. And it also shows a lot of how fights in general happen in Dragon Ball. With a lot of choreography, a lot of changes in strategy, a lot of trying to one up the other person by shifting what you basically are doing or how they're doing and basically shifting your advantage over them. Like this always happens as one person one upping the other, and it is a great just sign of fights that keep happening with Jackie Chun and Goku in this. And so that's
Yeah.
why it's my favorite fight, and why I love watching it so much. So now we get to go down of what is your favorite fight, Sarai?
Well, I want to say my favorite fight is with Goku and Chi Chi because it's just so cute. But I won't go there. I won't go there.
Well, it's fine if that's your favorite
Probably
fight. It's your favorite fight.
Yeah, if it's your favorite, you can
no. I mean,
count it.
it's cute, but I, I can't say it's my favorite. It really stands out to me because it's cute.
Yeah.
But it would probably be Goku and Grandpa Gohan. I think.
Aww. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's
Masked
just
Fighter.
so iconic.
Yeah.
And it just and then he gets to see him use after image for the first time,
Yeah.
and it was like it was sweet, and then him realizing that it is his grandpa, and it's just I really liked how that whole thing played out. It was really iconic to me.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
That's
There's a
right.
lot to love of that fight too. I mean, that's even a fight that they bring in as a tribute in one of the super training sections, which is also
Yeah,
great.
when he's
Yeah.
waiting when he's waiting to grab Frieza from the other world.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and that's when we got to learn about other
the-
worlds, and
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, that
it's
fight does a
cool.
lot with the whole Baba tournament, and it's I don't blame you. That's a great fight. And
Yeah.
it's another moment where you get to have the tears in your eyes fall down as you get to see Goku and Gohan see each
Yes,
other after the whole
exactly.
incident.
Yeah, it's super sweet.
Alrighty, Mystic Vegito, what's yours?
So I actually have two, but one of them was touched upon by Sarai. Uh, I have my most memorable fight, which is definitely Goku versus the Masked Fighter. Watching him stumble around, like, how does he know all my techniques? How is he blocking me this much?
Yeah.
No, he knows my weakness. He knows about my tail. To
How does he know the
just
Kamehameha?
Yeah, just his confusion till steadily learning and then seeing his grandfather again after all this time and the tears. Like you said, it's an iconic, memorable moment and all of Dragon Ball that even goes through like 30 years later in Super. But my favorite fight is Krillin versus Bacterion.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Just like everybody's like, oh my god, he smells disgusting. Oh, it's so horrid. What the heck? And him using like literal chemical warfare against
Yeah.
his opponents to fight.
Yeah.
And he goes up against all people, Krillin. And Krillin's sitting there trying to fight him. He can't hit him the whole time, covering his face. Then you get Goku coming up, like, Krillin, Krillin, what are you doing? You don't have a nose.
You're not even covering
Oh,
anything.
yeah. It's like, oh.
Krillin like literally beating the crap out of him and finishes him off with his own taste of his own medicine by farting in his face. Like
You
I,
That's
I get that.
hilarious.
It's just a joke answer, but honestly, it's a well, like the other fights, it is iconic. It literally sets up Krillin as a character
yeah.
because at this point we just saw him, as the conniving person who was Goku's rival. To honestly, it kind of solidifies their friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they have it's actually just a funny fight too. But yeah, I think it was hilarious.
It's great. It's a great fight.
Just good to see just how blunt Goku is when it comes to talking to Krillin. So-
Honestly, Krillin needs it, and Goku needs someone to talk to him like Krillin does.
yes, yes, they do.
If he had Krillin sooner, he probably wouldn't have done the whole pat to every woman he met.
Yeah, no, he definitely wouldn't have. Alrighty,
Yeah.
Ninja, what's your favorite fight?
So this one, I don't know if a lot of people would really consider this a fight, but when Krillin fought the monks that used to bully him in the preliminaries,
Oh yeah, the Orin Temple
Oh
monks.
yes. Oh, that is good.
That is
Another good one
Like-
for Krillin's growth.
yeah.
yes,
Yeah, it shows one of his like periods of growth is because like one of the reasons why Krillin was the mischievous one, the one who pulls the pranks, is because he was always like the weakest of the Orin Temple monks, and people was always like hurt him for it or basically pick a fight because he was the easy one to win. And so now we get to see him basically turn the tables and be like, "Nah, you don't get to pick on me anymore." So-
Yeah. Love it.
Definitely a good choice.
yeah, I would 100% agree.
it's just the symbolicness of you can't hurt me anymore.
Oh, man, there are so many good fights in
Yeah.
There is.
There really is.
Alrighty, we're picking up onto our last segment of this episode. And this is gonna be more of just a fun one. So there's a bunch of martial arts and martial arts styles that we see in the Dragon Ball series. For instance, we have like the Turtle Hermit style, the Crane style, even the Drunken Master style, the Kenpo style that we see with like General Blue, the Orin Temple style of the monks. We also see like the demon style, which is mostly like King Piccolo and like the demons that he creates with
Like tambourine and cymbal
yeah,
and
like
stuff.
tambourine and drum and cymbal.
Drum.
Yeah.
So
Tambourine's my favorite.
of all of
I
these
hate tambourine.
styles in the Dragon Ball world, what would be one that you would want to master and why? So for me, I'm just going to throw it out there. I want to actually learn the demon style. There is a lot of utility in
Okay.
being able to have as much range and as much kind of just like energy and ki that they use with the demon style. When you look at like King Piccolo's moveset, you see that he uses a lot of different ways to utilize ki out of his mouth, out of like pretty much any part of his body he can throw ki blasts or beams out of, and it's mainly because he utilizes that for his advantage to overpower people that are usually weaker than him. And I like just having that ability to just throw anything anywhere. So that's kind of just what I would want. And eventually we get to see this style further in like Z, where you can actually even utilize ki even more to like create clothing particles for whatever reason. But it's
I mean, technically, Piccolo does do that in OG Dragon Ball. Piccolo Jr. does.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He does. So yeah, we get to see so many utilities and versatility out of using how much ki manipulation they have in the demon style. So that's one of the reasons why I
Honestly-
would want to pick the demon style. All right.
Honestly, not a bad choice. I mean, if I could pick one thing from that, I just take the clothing beam.
Just take clothing.
You can
beam.
make millions.
You could, and you would save yourself millions and not having to buy clothing.
Yes.
Just look in a mirror and shoot yourself with it. Like, there we go. I got my fit
Yes.
for the day.
This is how I want to look today.
Yeah.
Just think of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the intro in every episode, and she's like, what am I going to wear today?
Yeah. Alrighty, Saraichi. What is one martial arts style that you would want out of Dragon Ball to master, and why?
Okay, well, I'm not really sure about the different arts styles. Like, I don't quite grasp. I know what kind of power I would probably want. Does that count?
Yeah, I mean,
I'd say throw that out there.
yeah,
If you can't think of a
I-
fighting style, go with the
Yeah,
power.
I can't.
yeah.
I can't think of a fighting style because I know, like, when I usually do fantasy or play games, I want to do like a really strong thing, like an offensive thing. But honestly, I think I would want to do solar flare. I would want to, because like then I could run and get away, or like move to like a more tactical position. I don't know.
Hey,
It just
honestly,
seems like,
put some solar panels on your house. Solar flare.
yeah. There you go. There you go. But also, Devil Might
You'll
Beam
save a
sounds
lot of
kind of
money.
cool too.
Devil
don't
might.
know.
Mhm.
That would be very
I don't know,
dangerous in
like-
today's world, honestly.
Devil style.
Exactly. Like, you could really mess things up with Devil Might Beam. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that counts, I'd say. Yeah. Alrighty, Mystic Vegeta. What about you?
Honestly, I'm probably gonna say one people aren't gonna think of, but I would like to learn the turtle style,
Okay.
but
Yep.
more specifically, Yamcha's variant.
Oh, okay. So like the mixing of
You know,
the bandit sword with the turtle hermit.
Yes, because honestly, I think being able to do Wolfang Fist would be really cool.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah. Wolfgang
Definitely.
Fist.
Oh,
That
or
would
his
be
giant key ball. Just
Yeah.
manipulating the giant key ball of energy.
yeah. That's a good one.
Because honestly, out of all the people in a turtle hermit school that manipulate their energy, Yamcha's probably the best at it. He might not be the strongest, but he knows how to manipulate his energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a very tactical fighter in that regard.
Yeah, he thinks smarter, not harder.
He knows he's not going to be stronger. No.
Yes.
Aw.
And while there's the
Kinda.
whole joke and Z of Yamcha just dying to a Cyberman, we got to remember how strong those things really were.
They were very powerful, and he technically
Yeah.
beat the Cybermen anyways. He just let down his guard because he beat it.
Yes.
Like, yeah, he thought yeah.
I feel like he'd be a great master, and it'd be a cool style to learn. There's so much utility in it
Yeah.
compared to the standard Turtle School style, which is pretty much just Kamehameha wave and run fast and lift a lot.
Yeah. Alrighty, Ninja. What is your martial arts style you want to master, and why?
So that's a tough one.
It is.
I would say
Agreed.
the style that Tien had at the end, where
Oh,
he
I knew that's what
started
you're gonna say.
incorporating Turtle Hermit into his other
Into the
styles.
crane
So
style.
you want the crane mixed with the
Yeah.
turtle hermit. Yeah, the offensive crane with the more balanced turtle hermit.
That makes
Hey, he'd
sense.
get flight.
Yeah.
Oh, all of us, you know, two of us did not choose a one that would give us flight.
No, I mean, I don't know if I'd want flight immediately anyways. I'm already scared of heights.
Mm.
No. Well, with same, but again, with Yamcha's style, I would eventually learn it since
Yeah.
he does know flight, and
Yeah.
he did learn it from Tien.
Yep.
That was another thing on the fillers when you see them all train together. Yamcha,
Yes.
Tien, and all of them.
Yes. To see some fun chemistry between Tien and Yamcha, especially considering how their first meeting was basically Tien just breaking the rules, but also not breaking the rules. He's already down, yeah, but now he's down without a leg.
They're definitely carved. They're definitely cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, no, they definitely are. And that's one of the fun ways of what we get to see in Dragon Ball, of the beginnings of the more negative fighting styles that turn more positive because of their influence from Goku and the adventures they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
But yeah, Tien's a good choice.
I would agree.
Oh,
Fair.
is it the Tien at the end of Dragon Ball, or the Tien in Super where he's completely mastered his style and he's actually training people in his style?
Can't be Super.
Well, I
'cause-
was trying to go with just Dragon
Just
Ball.
OG.
Yeah.
I know, but fully mastered Crane Turtle style.
Yeah, that's. I'm sure that would be powerful in the World Martial Arts Tournament if it wasn't for Saiyans.
Yeah. Saiyan's gonna ruin that.
Always Saiyans.
Well, yeah, once
darn
Z
Saiyans.
introduces, Saiyans, it just turns into now the Saiyan series.
Yeah.
It might as well be called Dragon Ball and Friends.
Saiyan again.
Yeah. That's I think
Hey,
another
the
reason
Saiyans
why
are
I
here. We're here
love
too.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I love the OG series so much, is we actually have, purpose for most of these characters other than just to hype up Goku. They are hyping up Goku a lot of the time in OG Dragon Ball, but also they're there to help.
Yeah.
Can I before we fully wrap this up, can I just add like one more question in here for everybody?
Sure.
Who's your favorite and least favorite character?
Oh gosh.
Most favorite for me would be Goku. I am a total Goku fanboy when it comes to the OG Dragon Ball.
Yay!
The least favorite? Probably Tambourine.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yep. Same.
Absolutely hated Tambourine.
Rude.
I can't stand them.
Yes, old...
Tambourine was the best of Piccolo's kids.
That's what he wants you to think.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty, Saraichi. Means it's your turn.
It's hard because there's so many good characters, but
Yeah.
honestly, probably one of my favorites is Launch, because
Oh, yeah.
she can, bad launch, good launch,
Yeah.
and it's funny.
Even
I
Bad
don't
Launch
know.
gets
I like
growth.
her.
Yeah.
What?
Even Bad Launch gets growth.
Yep.
Bad Launch, she gets
Yeah.
growth too.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And I do
Of
like
course, it's only
Yajirobe.
at lusting
Those are
after
like,
TN.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yajirobe's good.
yeah. And the ones I hate, well, Tambourine, but I can't stand Emperor Pilaf. He just drives me insane. And I just don't like Oolong. I know that's terrible.
Mm.
It's terrible of me to say, but I can't get, like, I know Roshi's a pervert, but I just can handle him better. But Oolong is just, yeah, I don't know.
Oolong's the pervert
and
who
I don't
you
appreciate
won't
him.
see
Oolong
coming.
is Oolong
Yeah,
is effectively a child pervert,
Mhm.
I guess
so
he just,
it just feels worse. It
Yeah.
just feels worse because he's also technically a child.
yeah, I just don't
I
like it.
think he's like 2 years older than Goku in Dragon Ball.
Oh,
Yeah, Oolong is pretty much a child,
Yeah.
and which makes the pervy stuff he does seem worse. And that's why he goes after
Mm.
the girls, because he's actually going after people his age.
Yeah, that's fair. No, he's going after the younger girls. They are his age.
I just don't like his whole attitude. His whole
At least he's not a
everything.
grown man going after little girls.
He just
Well,
turns
yeah,
into a
that's-
grown man
I mean-
to go after little girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't like his voice. I just don't like him.
You're allowed.
I mean, if you don't like him, you just gotta go. "Sue."
You're gonna eat my bacon.
Or
Mm-mm.
depending
Eat that bacon.
depending on the version, it's also here, piggy, piggy, piggy.
Yep.
Alrighty, Mystic, it's your turn.
Can you guys guess mine? I think I throw in the pins.
Is it Vegito? No.
No, Krillin.
Krillin.
It's
Yeah,
Krillin.
he was-
It's Krillin.
One of my
Yeah.
favorites too. I agree.
Then your least favorite?
Just like, oh, this one's tough. I could go with the easy one and call out a villain.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with General Blue. Just because, like, he had potential to be strong, but then that one weakness, the terror, he had the same weakness as Yamcha, but
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
The fear of women was just it's a. I can understand people being terrified of a pretty girl, but it just seemed like he took it too far.
Yeah.
Like, he completely shut down. He was so powerful, but then sees Bulma, can't do shit.
Gone.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And he doesn't have a Poir to help
So
him out.
I think no. So I think I'd have to go with Blue.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now we go
agree.
to Ninja.
So, one of my favorite people is Tambourine, Piccolo's best child.
Sure it is. No.
Boo! Just kidding.
Just want to kill my mans.
Yeah, that's why I'm so mad at him. He killed Krillin. I'm like, screw that
Yeah.
guy.
Didn't have to kill Krillin to get
I
the
mean,
Dragon
that's like
Ball.
saying you hate Frieza.
I mean, I
Hey.
do.
I do hate
Or-
Frieza.
So many other people.
Hey, he only
He's
died
the
3
first one
times.
to do it. He's the first one to kill Krillin.
He only died 3 times.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yep,
hate
you're
Boo
right.
because Boo killed Krillin.
Yeah.
Boo killed Krillin because he blew up the whole planet. That's different.
It wasn't
killed-
Yeah, that's why I'm
targeted.
singling him out.
Yes. Well, technically, Tambourine wasn't targeted either. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He still
Frieza
didn't
was the
have
only
to kill him
targeted
for the
kill.
Dragon Ball.
He did not, but Frieza was the only targeted one that killed Krillin.
Yes.
That was personal.
I will
Yeah.
not let you destroy my tail again.
And he wanted to make Goku suffer.
Yeah, exactly.
You said you had another
Yes.
favorite?
Yes. Another one of my favorites. I forget his name, but the turtle
Oh, you mean
that
Oh.
Roshi rides
Turtle?
around on.
Oh, his name's Turtle.
His name is literally
Yeah.
Turtle.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't remember
Yeah,
his name.
Yeah, his name's literally just Turtle.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
He's
I
good.
love him.
He's better in OG than he is in the other series.
Yeah.
Yes. Why is that? Why did they make it like that?
Because
I
he
just-
became just they brushed him to the side. Like
Yeah.
Kind of
he's
like what they
just
did with Launch. Like
No,
he just
Launch
forgot
was
about
Launch
Launch.
didn't get a brush to the
Launch-
side. She was under the rug.
That's so-
Yes.
that's
she
so
gets
bad.
a brief mention at the beginning of Z, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
That
Turtle
makes
still
me
shows
sad.
up now and then, but he doesn't get much
Yeah.
screen time. Whenever they go
Yeah.
to Roshi's Island, you'll still see Turtle now and then, even if it's just for a second.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
one
not
of my
very
least
much.
favorite characters, which I might get some flack for this, but Chaozu.
Uh-oh.
How
I
dare.
mean,
Get
he even in the OG, he still felt kind of useless. It was cool when they initially brought him on as the whole super telekinetic abilities can flip the numbers around to change who's fighting who thing. That was cool.
I don't know. He just seems like a yandere with super annoying voice.
Okay, I agree with you on that one.
My voice.
I have to agree with you on that one. Not gonna lie.
He's definitely just. I feel like he's just a character who's there just to be there, just to
Yeah.
fill in the roster.
They wanted to give
And
someone to
he doesn't
TN to
need to
actually
be.
like.
Yeah.
He's the seat filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here, and we brought Chaozu. Why'd you bring Chaozu? We needed somebody to film.
We needed someone to hype TN up.
Yeah. Yeah, that voice drives me insane.
Yeah. So that was all the topics that I had for Dragon Ball. So before we get to the wrap up, is there anything else that we want to have brought up?
Do we want to hint at what the next episode will be? Just because this one will be the maybe only one for a while that we'll have a disclaimer on.
Sure.
Let's let Sarai do it.
Yeah. What is the next
Well-
one we're
Her episode.
doing?
Well, I'm not gonna say what the name is or anything, because that's
No.
we gotta leave it.
Give
but
a hint.
there's-
Give us a hint.
Yeah, give us a hint.
It's for mature audiences only. It is not kid friendly. It's not a kid friendly anime, which a lot of animes aren't, to be fair.
No,
Though
this one
there's that
definitely isn't.
disclaimer. Not
I
safe for
would-
work, not safe for
I would
kids.
not let my child watch it.
No,
I
nor
would.
would I.
You will not let
Ninja.
my child watch it.
No, I won't let the baby watch it. No, no. It's just it's a time and place for adult things, and this is an adult anime. Oh, that sounds bad, but you know what I mean.
It's not M rated. It's A rated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's nothing like sexual. It's just
No, not at
very
all.
graphic. I mean, there is that one scene at the beginning, but that's purely because of things that are going on and when that happens. But
Yeah.
again, not sexual unless you take it that
Right.
way.
Yeah. This is not a
Right, yeah, it's
hentai.
definitely not.
Luckily.
no,
No,
not at all.
Otherwise, you would
it's
have
not
to
a
kick me
hentai.
out.
It's not a hentai. It's not a yaoi. It's not a yuri.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It is purely just it's violent.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a violent.
Lots of
It's a violent anime.
if I was
But
to
it
give
could be
this
my
my own
favorite.
rating, it would be rated B for buckets of blood.
Buckets of blood. It's kind of bloody. You're right. You're right.
Does it
So,
have
that's
as
what I
much
mean.
blood
The
as
show
Iron Man?
definitely gets handsy.
That's a good hint. That's a good hint.
That is a good hint. Alrighty. So, with that out of the way, thank you all for tuning in. This has been our episode on Dragon Ball, my personal favorite anime of all time.
Yay.
We will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.